Okay, what's happening, fellas? So, I am back from EUIC. It was very fun. I have my EUIC team here. I made a Twitter post about it, but this is what I brought to EUIC. I brought Terra Ground Assault Vest Okie Dokie, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. What I'm here to talk about is legendary Pokemon. Regulation G is upon us, my friends. And with that comes immense power creep. If for anyone who don't know, restricted legendaries are, for anyone who doesn't know, Regulation G allows restricted legendaries, and restricted legendaries normally aren't legal. These are the box legends, your Zacians, your Miraidons. And nobody has asked, and people have asked me, and by people I mean nobody, Siboy, what are some sets that I can use for each legendary, and what Pokemon can I pair them with? So I'm gonna answer that question that nobody asked me with a video. So I'm gonna go through each legendary downwards in like how good I think they are, and just go through some sets. I don't know how to EV Pokemon, so I'll just give like rough ideas. Most of my EVs are stolen. And then just some partners you can pair it with. So I'm going to start with Zacian. I think Zacian is possibly the best restricted right now, just because Zacian balance doesn't really have any bad matchups. So you're going to want to go either Terra Water or Terra Fire. I like Terra Water. Because, you know, it helps with Urshifu, which is everywhere. That's really just it. It helps with Urshifu. But it also means you don't keep that ground weakness. And so you always want Behemoth Bash. Not Behemoth Bash, Behemoth Blade. And you could go Play Rough, or you could go Sacred Sword. It really just depends on what you need. And then you go Swords Dance. And then you go Protect. So Zacian did get nerfed. Intrepid Sword doesn't activate every time it switches in. So having that Swords Dance boost can be very crucial, since you're now a lot weaker to Intimidate. But this is the balanced Pokemon. What you do is you pair this Pokemon with... Hang on, you pair it with Urshifu Rapid Strike with a Choice Scarf. You pair it with Incineroar, probably with Safety Goggles. But you could run Clear Amulet if you want to like win the pivoting war. You pair it with either Rillaboom to help with Miraidon, or Amoonguss, because Amoonguss is just Amoonguss. Amoonguss does Amoonguss things. Amoonguss is insane. Then you add a Tornadus, because Zacian Crowned loves Rain Dance. Zacian Crowned loves Tailwind. Tornadus loves Bleak Wind. Nobody else loves Bleak Wind because no one ever hits it. And you can run like a Covert Cloak or a Rocky Helmet if you feel like it with Terra Steel. Then you have a choice. You can either go Landorus, or you could go Tempo with a Focus Sash. And then either Terra Ghost or Terra Steel. But this is just the basic, if you replace Amoonguss with Rillaboom with an Assault Vest, this is probably the most common variant of Zacian balance. But this is like the one team that doesn't really have any bad matchups. So that's what you run with Zacian. So I'm going to delete all these. So next we're going to go on to Miraidon. Now, Miraidon has like two different sets. It has the Terra Electric Life Orb set with Electro Drift, Draco Meteor, probably Volt Switch and Protect, but that's not what you run. What you do is you run Choice Specs with Terra Fairy, and you keep those three moves, but you also attack on Dazzling Gleam. This is the legendary that I am currently running. Miraidon's insane. Miraidon, with a timid nature, Choice Specs Miraidon one-hit KOs bulky Incineroar with Electro Drift. It one-hit KOs Zacian. basically, every move is a nuke. This Pokemon's a nuke. Hadron Engine is insane. This Pokemon is the reason Rillaboom is so good. With Miraidon, you want to pair it with some sort of speed control. So that can be one of 3 Pokemon. It can be the most obvious answer is Iron Bundle with a Focus Sash, Terra Ghost, Freeze Dry, Icy Wind. Then you can run Encore. You can run. Oh, that's everything. Hang on. You can run Encore. You can run Hydro Pump. You can run Taunt. Taunt's a funny option. Someone said Flip Turn. I don't know who. I can't remember who said Flip Turn, but whoever said Flip Turn, don't. I'm personally running Encore and then Protect. But Iron Bundle isn't the only option because singles players rejoice. Iron Valiant's legit now. This also runs a Focus Sash with Terra Ghost. Where's Ghost? Where's Ghost? Here's Ghost. With Moonblast, Icy Wind, Encore, and Wide Guard. Wide Guard is incredibly useful in restricted formats because there are so many Pokemon that rely on spread moves. There's Kyogre, there's Groudon, there's the Calyrex forms. And Valiant, Moonblast helps against the different dragons in the format. And it's not as fast as Iron Bundle, though. Iron Bundle has the benefit of being faster than Speed Booster Fluttermane. So Speed Booster Fluttermane is not an issue for your team. Iron Valiant's a good option. If your team is weak to Speed Booster Fluttermane, use Iron Bundle. Then there's Iron Jugulus. This is probably a more supportive option. You can run Covert Cloak, or you could run Citrus Berry with Terra Steel, and you run Snarl, you run Air Slash, and you run Tailwind. And if you're running Covert Cloak, you don't really need Protect, so you can run Taunt. There's also a meme set I've seen where you can run Dragon Cheer next to Scope Lens Miraidon. That's a option. I wouldn't recommend it unless you're going for memes. If you're going for memes though and you just want to insta-crit Miraidon, then go for it. But I'm just going to show what I'm running right now. I'm running Miraidon, Iron Bundle, with a Focus Sash, with Terra Ghost, and Freeze Dry, and Icy Wind, and Encore, and Protect. And then, you want Iron Hands. Iron Hands finally has an ability now. Iron Hands doesn't need Terra Grass because it's not weak to Sleep anymore because Electric Terrain. Then you run Wild Charge, either Drain Punch or Close Combat. However, I'm running Drain Punch. And then Fake Out. And I'm running Volt Switch, but Heavy Slam and Heavy Slam and what's it called? Ice Punch are both good options. With enough attack investment, even after an Intimidate, Booster Attack Iron Hands still has more attack than Urshifu. And then, who's a good partner for Iron Hands? Farigiraf. You know, I don't know what you expected from me. You know, no, not Hyper Beam. You don't want Hyper Beam Farigiraf. You want Hyper Voice. Psychic, Trick Room, Protect. Now, Miraidon really likes the Trick Room mode from Farigiraf because Miraidon is naturally slower than Zacian. It does struggle against, like, it's naturally slower than Calyrex, Shadow Rider. So it enjoys it. It enjoys that. Iron Hands is just a really good partner for Farigiraf. The four mesh well together. Then you want Ogerpon Heartflame. This is to deal with Rillaboom. Miraidon despises Rillaboom. So you go Ivy Cudgel, you go Wood Hammer. Then you can go Follow Me. You can go Swords Dance. You can go Focus Energy. You can go Encore if you're running Iron Jugulus. You can run Taunt. Really, that last slot is really up to preference. And then you can go Spiky Shield. You know, it's just a good option. Spiky Shield's basically necessary. And then you go Landorus. Now, which Landorus form you use is really up to preference. You can go Landorus Incarnate if you just want big ground move. But I am running Landorus Variant. And I am running Landorus Variant with safety goggles. Now, you may be thinking, but see, buddy, why are you running safety goggles on the team with electric terrain? Because shut up! Landorus isn't grounded. Which means it's still weak to Spore. And any good player, with any, like, top player, good player who knows the mechanics of the game, they will know that. So you go Stomping Tantrum, you go Terra Blast, and you go U-Turn and Protect. Choice Scarf's also an option. And if you're running Choice Scarf, just tack on Rock Slide over... if you're running Choice Scarf, just tack on Rock Slide over Protect. But that's just a good Miraidon team. So I'm gonna delete all these. So next is Terapagos. I think Terapagos is probably the third best restricted in the format. Because this Pokemon just sits there and it runs left. That's Life Orb. It can run Leftovers, or it can run Covert Cloak. Both are good options. And you run Terra Starstorm, Earth Power, Carmine, Protect. Now, there are two ways to run Terapagos. You can run the team centered around Terapagos, in which case it loves having Sinistcha as a partner. Or you could run one of those teams where it's just really strong Pokemon that pressure the opponent, all of them next to Terapagos, so they have to focus those while Terapagos gets set up. So, on those teams, you can run something like Urshifu Rapid Strike with a Choice Scar. Terra Shell is an insane ability. It's just better multi-scale, because instead of taking reduced damage, the damage is just straight up not very effective. And then when it terastallizes, Terraform 0. It will end the effect of weather and terrain. This Pokemon is a win condition. That's what this does. When it terastallizes, you do lose the stab boost on Terra Starstorm, but it does get the boost from Stellar Terra, so it's not quite as powerful as something like Astral Barrage. But if you keep racking up the Carmines, it will be. And like, this Pokemon just doesn't die. Look at this bulk: 160, 110, 110. It's insane. It doesn't die. That's what Terapagos does. Terapagos doesn't die. It's not even a skill check. It's just, it can be frustrating to fight against, especially the one that's paired with like Sinistcha with Grimmsnarl. I was running a team. I got third in a tournament with a team that was like Terapagos, Sinistcha, Grimmsnarl, Incineroar. And Terapagos can just be annoying like that. It also enjoys having Amoonguss as a partner. So, next up is the superior Sunsetter, Koraidon, not Groudon. Shut up. This Pokemon is insane, because it has like 5 different sets. So, the most common one you'll see is the Clear Amulet set. All these sets run Terra Fire, by the way. Terra Fire is just the best type for Koraidon, both defensively and offensively. You'll see why in a minute. So, there's the Clear Amulet set. With Collision Course, with Breaking Swipe, not Flame Charge, with Flare Blitz and Protect. Now, that's the set you'll see most often. That's the set you'll see most often, because people haven't seen the joy of the Choice Band set. So you still run Collision Course, you still run Flare Blitz, you run U-Turn, that's Uproar, you run U-Turn on this one, and you run Outrage. Now, I'm going to skip to the damage calculator, because I want to show you something insane. So, against no bulk Ho-Oh, Terrifire Flare Blitz with a Jolly Nature with Choice Band is a roll in your favor to KO against a restricted That's a resisted hit. This Pokemon is insane. Then there's also the Choice Scarf set, which is just the same set, but instead of Outrage, you probably have something like Dragon Claw. There's the Assault Vest set, which is probably the same as this, but instead of Protect, you have U-Turn. Then there's the Loaded Dice set. This set is great with Champow, because you run Collision Course, you run Scale Shot, you run Flare Blitz, and you run Protect. Now, next to Champow, the Loaded Dice set can one-hit KO Calyrex Shadow Rider with just 4 hits of Scale Shot. And at the Scale Shot, now, no longer are you the strongest thing on the field, but you're now the fastest as well. So that's a thing that works. It's an ungodly thing, but it works. And I'd say that Koraidon is better than Groudon just because of like the sheer versatility of it. Okay, so I'm gonna delete Koraidon now. So finally, that's Cacturne. We get to Calyrex Shadow Rider. This is the one that everyone thought was gonna be the best one, but it's not. Calyrex Shadow Rider, first off, I'm just gonna say it now, you pair it with Indeedee, and you pair it with Mienshao. This is the trio that everyone is trying to beat, and really it's not that hard. You just go Focus Sash. Even though your Focus Sash is still on Terra Fairy, with Jesus Christ, with Astral Barrage, with Expanding Force, with Nasty Plot, and Protect. Indeedee, you're in like Psychic Seed. Obviously, you'll run Terra Fairy with like Dazzling Gleam, Follow Me, Helping Hand, and like Protect or Trick Room. Then on Mienshao, never mind, on Calyrex you run Life Orb. And then on Mienshao, well, on Calyrex you could also run Terra Fighting with Terra Blast, because Fighting not only helps it defensively, but it also gives you great coverage. And then Mienshao is stupid good and stupid annoying. You can run like Stellar Terra or something, or like Terra Steel with Focus Sash, with Inner Focus, so you get Inner Focus Fake Out, with Close Combat, Wide Guard, and like Feint. You could run Ice Spinner, but I wouldn't recommend it because you already have Terrain from Indeedee. So Feint's a good option. It doesn't matter if you have Terrain, just play around it. You could also run Quick Guard. But basically, the combination of these three is stupid annoying. And no one likes fighting it. And that's what Calyrex does. Calyrex Bee is annoying. So, next is gonna be Groudon. Lads. This Pokemon really only has one set. Assault Vest is kind of throwing. You run Clear Amulet. You run P-Blades, your Peeing Blades. You run Heat Crash. Or Fire Punch. Fire Punch works because it does more damage to Calyrex Ice. It's up to you. You run Sword Stance and you run Protect. Now, there's a combo that, like, listen to me here. There's a combo that not enough people know about, and it's really, really annoying. And that is Groudon Umbreon. And you can run like Leftovers or a Citrus Berry with Inner Focus, with like Terra Fairy, with Foul Play, with Taunt, with Moonlight, because then you get, then in the sun, you heal 75% of your HP. And then you run like Snarl or Yawn, because it gets that for some reason, because Umbreon's really annoying. But more commonly, you'll see it next to things like Rillaboom with Raging Bolt, with Earth Flame, with Fluttermane, with a Focus Sash. That's Focus Band. Pretend it's a Focus Sash, because I can't bother going back to it. With Stellar Terra, and you run Moonblast, and you run Shadow Ball, and you run Icy Wind, and you run Protect, and that's what that does. Groudon's a pretty straightforward Pokemon. Instead of Rillaboom and Ogerpon, instead of Ogerpon, you could run Incineroar, and the last slot you can run Urshifu. And then Raging Bolt is still the calm mindset, because screw everyone, right? Got to escape from the swing of Regulation F. No, stuck with it again. And that's what Groudon does. Next is going to be a Pokemon that's kind of slept on right now, and that's going to be Lunala. Now, Lunala runs Power Herb, and Lunala runs like Terra Fairy again. And you run Moongeist Beam, you run Meteor Beam, you run Trick Room Beam, and you run Wide Guard Beam. Trick Room could also be Tailwind. Either works. I think the Tailwind one is going to be pretty good with Zacian when we get double restricted. And I'm still kind of trying to figure out Lunala. Currently, I've seen a good partner for it is Kingambit, with, you know, just the regular Assault Vest set, Defiant, Terra Fairy, Kowtow Cleave, Iron Head, Low Kick, Sucker Punch. Instead of Kowtow Cleave, you could run Assurance. There's more damage if you hit a target that's already been damaged. But Lunala's good. Lunala's slept on. Lunala's strong. Next, we're going to be talking about Calyrex Ice Rider. Now, this Pokemon is probably the one that tilts the most people, because not many people have a good matchup into Trick Room. But with Clear Amulet, it loses its main weakness. You can run Terra Grass to be immune to Spore. You can run Terra Fire to be immune to Burn. You can run Terra Water for some reason. I've seen Terra Dragon. Yeah, I've seen Terra Dragon. You could run Terra Ghost, I guess. Wouldn't, though. I'd probably just stick with Grass. Amoonguss is much more prevalent. It's like the biggest counter to Calyrex, and you just get rid of that. And you run Glacial Lens, and you run the Horse move, and you run Trick Room, and you run Protect. And now, Calyrex Ice has lost its main weakness from Sword and Shield, and you pair it with... Not Swoobat, I don't know where I got that from. You run it with Incineroar. You run it with Amoonguss. That's another Incineroar. You run it with Amoonguss. And you run it with... You have two options here. You could run it with Farigiraf, like a secondary Trick Room setter, with Helping Hand. Or you could run it with Porygon 2, with like Trace. I don't think you go download on this one. This one you definitely go Trace. With like Terra Blast, with Terra Poison, with Eerie Impulse, which is really annoying, Trick Room, and Recover. So it's just more bulk for the team. Eerie Impulse gives Calyrex more special bulk, Amoonguss gives it more physical bulk. And if a good team needs to have a good matchup into these three specifically. Because this is a good combo. This is... People think the Calyrex Ice Rider is one of the best restricteds because of how strong it is. So, and so that's what all that... Jesus Christ. So, next is going to be Zamantha. I tried to pronounce that wrong and Jesus Christ. I tried to pronounce that wrong and then pronounced it even more wrong than I thought I would. But Terra Water or Terra Grass. I've seen Terra Bug for some reason. Don't do that. And you run Iron Defense, Behemoth Bash, Body Press, and don't run Wide Guard. Wide Guard's throwing. You run Protect. You always run Protect. Wide Guard's throwing. You could probably run Substitute. That sounds really funny. But run Protect. This Pokemon is now an end game Pokemon. Zamazenta is now actually good. Behemoth Bash is just a strong, consistent move. Body Press after just the +1 defense you get from switching in, it's doing numbers. I've seen a +2 body press Oko some restricteds. This Pokemon's insane. It's bulky, it's hard to kill. That's just an extension of bulky, but shut up. It's just, this Pokemon's annoying if you don't know how to deal with it right. It loves having Amoonguss as a partner. It loves having Rillaboom as a partner. It loves having Incineroar as a partner. It loves having Urshifu as a partner. And oh, look, it's just Rillaboom and Urshifu again. I forgot to mention earlier, this format is just a case of, let's get any restricted, yeah? Put Incin, Urshifu, and have Rillaboom or Amoonguss next to it. But it works, and I hate it. So that's what Amazon does. And now, oh, what a fall from grace Kyogre has had. I don't think it's washed. There are people saying it's washed, it's unviable. I don't believe it. Don't listen to the masses. Form your own opinions of weapons. A Mystic Water Rain Boosted Terra Water Water Spout is still a Rain Boosted Mystic Water Terra Water Water Spout. Origin Pulse is nice if it actually hits. You run Ice Beam and Protect. Now, this Pokemon is mandatory on Kyogre teams, and that's for Igoreth. I am personally running a cool tech for it, so I'm running Terra Fairy, Trick Room, Helping Hand, Protect, and I'm running Twin Beam. Twin Beam is to get rid of Focus Sash Mienshao. Focus Sash Mienshao is really annoying for Kyogre. Twin Beam handily deals with Focus Sash Mienshao. Boom, you're fine and dandy, Mienshao be gone. You also run Tornadus because just by switching in you have 100% accurate Bleak Wind Storms, and Tornadus loves the extra speed control. Like Covert Cloak, and then Rain Dance in case of any Sun teams. You really want Amoonguss? Because Amoonguss likes not being weak to fire anymore. And then you can run Arcaludon. Not the Assault Vest set. No. Not the Assault Vest set. Not even Stamina. You run Sturdy now, because everything one-shots you anyway. And you run Custap Berry. You think I'm joking? I'm not. This is legit. You're on Stellar Terra. You're on Flash Cannon. You're on Draco Meteor. You're on Electro Shot. People think I'm joking with this. I'm not. You're brought down to 1 HP because of Sturdy from like any hit from any restricted. And now, in the next turn, you will move first. Your next move has priority. So say you're in like an end game versus a Koraidon. They hit you with Collision Course, brought down to 1 HP, and it's, oh, look at that. I'm faster than you now. Draco Meteor, go. And then you just win. It's legit. People think I'm memeing. I'm not. Go away. So that's that. That's what the Kyogre's not washed. Leave him alone. Next is gonna be Kyurem White. Why'd I get rid of that? Next is gonna be Kyurem White. Kyurem White has like 3 different items you can run. You can run Choice Specs. You can run Choice Scarf. You can run Assault Vest. But each set has the exact same set. Terra Ice, Blizzard, Draco Meteor, Earth Power, Freeze Dry. You can see where this is going. And that's what Kyurem does. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's Terra Ice, Choice Specs, 100% accurate, 170 base special attack Blizzards. And that's what Kyurem does. I don't think I need to go more in detail about that. Next is a Pokemon that, funnily enough, has been revived, considering, which is ironic, considering that's what it's supposed to do. Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh is good, because it's like the one restricted that actually Wallzation. It also beats Groudon, because they don't run a rock move. And you run Regenerator. You run Clear Amulet. You can run Terra Dragon. Terra Dragon's a nice Terra for it, actually. And you run Sacred Fire. You run Brave Bird. There are a few options for this. You can run Tailwind. You can run Life Dew. I've seen Recover. And then Protect. And this Pokemon does well on like slower teams. Ho-Oh Tinglu is a really good combo. That's Tanglu, just in time, go away. Then you run Assault Vest, Terra Fairy, Stomping Tantrum, Ruination or something. Heavy Slam, I guess. And then like Sand Tomb or something to stack up with the Burn Chip from Sacred Fire. These two paired together, I think these two can be explored more. This two has potential to be a really strong combo. And you slap like an Amoonguss on here as well. Just to be that more annoying, that more bulky. Yeah, like I said, Ho-Oh, good matchup into Zacian, into Groudon, even into Koraidon. You know, if you're actually running bulk like a normal person. Because you just hit it with the Sacred Fire, now it's burnt, unless it clicks Terra Fire. In which case, Tinglu. So, that's what Ho-Oh does. Next, I'm going to talk about Dialga. Not this Dialga. This Dialga's basically unviable now, because this one's just a direct upgrade. You're on Terra Fairy. You're on Flash Cannon. Thanks to the Adamant Crystal, Flash Cannon now KOs Fluttermane, like bulky Fluttermane. And you're on Draco Meteor. And you run Trick Room. Then you can run either Protect or Earth Power. And you run Telepathy. And the reason you run Telepathy is because Dialga loves Ursaluna. You run Flame Orb. And you run Earthquake. These two make a great combo that, again, we're breaching into underexplored territory. Earthquake, Headlong Rush, Facade, Protect. You run that with Incineroar. You run that with Amoonguss. You run that with Terra Flying Porygon 2. This is just a good core for a team. In case you couldn't tell from the fact that I'm adding Incineroar and Amoonguss to everything, these two are good in this format. You probably could run Assault Vest Incineroar on here. You could run Safety Goggles. I think the team has enough for Amoonguss. But these two, specifically these two together, can make a deadly combo. You're in like modest, like 156 special attack. Boom. Like 28 speed. Boom. Boom, matched. There we go. There, I made a spread for you. Go wild. Next is gonna be restricted that I really don't want to fight. Shout out to Moxie Boosted, he's losing friends because of this. Here's Eternatus. And Eternatus is no longer a Meteor Beam Pokemon. Eternatus is a stall Pokemon, because you run Leftovers, and you run like Terra Fairy, Flamethrower. That's your only attacking move, because now you have Cosmic Power, Toxic, and Recover. This will make people hate you. This Pokemon's best partner is unironically Wo-Chien. With like Foul Play and Snarl. Maybe Leech Seed, I don't know. I don't know Wo-Chien runs. I just know you probably run Citrus Berry. With Terra Poison. Only run this combo if you want people to hate you. Because not only are you stalling them out with your insane bulk 140, 95, 95, but now, but also, you're making them lose PP quicker. Because of pressure. It's annoying. Don't run it. People will hate you. And lastly, out of the actual, like, decent restricteds, we have Necrozma Dustman. If only Ultra Necrozma Z was still a thing. But it's not. So we're going to run Clear Amulet. And there are two ways you can go about it. You can probably run Terra Fairy. And you run Sunsteel Strike, Photon Geyser. Then you can go either Trick Room Dragon Dance. Not Dragon Dance. Trick Room Swords Dance. Or, that's Prismatic Laser. Or Protect with Dragon Dance. Both of these sets work. I don't know, me personally, I don't know what to pair Ultra Necrozma with. Not Ultra Necrozma, Necrozma Duskmane with. Probably just Rillaboom Instant Urshifu again. But at that point, you just pair it with Zacian. I think Necrozma Duskmane will have its own niche on Trick Room stuff. Now we get to the not very good ones, and I'm gonna go up in generation order. So here's Mewtwo. I don't know, man. You run like Life Orb or something? With Stellar Terror, with like Unnerve or something, and you run Expanding Force next to Indeedee with like insane coverage like Ice Beam, Earth Power, Flamethrower, I don't know. Give this Pokemon something, man. It's not as strong as Calyrex. It has the same ability as Calyrex, but worse because you don't have Grim Nade with it. It's just slower than Flutter Mane. This Pokemon's tragic. Don't use it. Just use Calyrex. Then there's Lugia. People are using this thing. I guess it's okay. I've seen people running Terra, Ice, Blizzard on it, but at that point, just use Kyurem. You can run Aeroblast, Earth Power, Calm Mind, Protect. That's what I would do. Put it next to Awful. Because the only way Lugia's ever having a niche over Terrapagos is with a substitute. But even then, because of multi-scale, you may as well just be using Terrapagos. Don't use Lugia, it sucks. Next gonna be Rayquaza. Now, this Pokemon's probably the best out of the not very good ones. What you do is you run like really bulky, and you run, what's the move called? The flying move. I forgot what it's called. Dragon Ascent, that's the one. And you run Extreme Speed, you run Swords Dance, that's Swift. You don't run Swift. You Swords Dance and Protect. After a Swords Dance, you become a Dragonite, but stronger. But that's the thing. A lot of people... Jesus. But that's the thing. A lot of people would just rather use Dragonite, because it's more immediate damage. You can make a case for Rayquaza. Next to, guess what? Insane, Rilla, Ursh, wrong Ursh, Ursh, with Chempao. That's probably what you do here. It's probably the best thing you can do here. That's what Rayquaza does. See, what did I miss? What did I miss? What was next? Yes! Dialga. As I said before, Dialga's just outclassed. Don't use it. And next is Palkia. This Pokemon will get its chance to shine in a double restricted format, where it can set Trick Room for allies and not itself. It has the benefit of being a bulky Trick Room setter in a format where the strongest Pokemon to benefit from Trick Room is something that you can't use if you're using Palkia. Palkia Origin. Palkia Origin would be good if it didn't have to rely on Hydro Pump. It's a good side grade to Palkia, but like, just use Walking Wake, honestly. Next is both of the Giratina forms. I guess for this one, you're like, I don't know, man, Poltergeist? Outrage? I don't know. What does Giratina do? Tailwind? It doesn't even get Tailwind. Trick Room? It doesn't get Trick Room. Don't use Giratina. It sucks. Next is going to be Karen Blight. This is probably the second best of the not very good restricteds. You're unloaded dice. With like Terra Poison, whatever it is. Wherever it is. There we go. With Scale Shot. And Icicle Spear. And Dragon and Dragon Dance. Use better Baxcalibur. And next is gonna be Reshiram. You run like Assault Vest. With like Heat Wave, Draco Meteor, Earth Power, Fusion Flare, I guess. I don't even know what you'd pair this with. If you want a special attacking fire type, at this point just use Chiyu. Zekrom. Run Zekrom Kick with Dragon Dance, Fusion Bolt, Protect with Clear Amulet. Don't listen to Showdown telling you Zekrom Kick isn't a real move. It is. Don't let them tell you otherwise. But, like, if you want to Dragon Dance Mon, just use, like, Duskmane or something. What was next? Not the Gen 6 legendaries. They're not in the game. I remember what was next. Solgaleo. Don't use this. Outclassed by Duskmane. And I think that's it. It has been brought to my attention that I forgot to bring up Dawnwing's Necrozma. Don't use Dawnwing's Necrozma. It's completely outclassed by Lunala. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. The other thing Solgaleo has over Duskmane is that it gets fire moves. But, like, look at these stats. This Pokemon could be an OU soon, man. These are regular Pokemon level stats. Look, it's a mixed attacker. This is the Blaziken of restricted legendaries. But that's gonna be it for now. Just some sample movesets, sample teams for all of the good restricteds. I also talked about the bad restricteds. The good, the bad, and the ugly. I don't know what the ugly one is. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.